Hired security strapped with AR-15s or shotguns, standing guard and walking the property of this North Philly gas station and convenience store.
Hi everyone, this is Sean. Welcome back to my channel. Please press the thumbs up button, subscribe, share, comment. I am always looking forward to the dialogue. You guys and gals, if I have been late responding to you, please forgive me. I've been out on training for 3 days away from my home. I've had homework, and then every single day I get about 30, sometimes 40 comments, and I will either respond with the heart symbol or I will reply to a comment, and that does take time. So if I take a little bit of time to get to you, please forgive me. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel out here, you need to abide by the community guidelines. All I'm asking for you to do is be respectful. Lately I've been getting some comments, F you, Sean, and then the dialogue goes on and on, you POS, and you idiot, you fool. Look, if I speak to you in that manner, then I think it's acceptable, perfectly acceptable if you speak to me in that manner as well. But we need to show the community out there that we're professional. I have no problem at all with anyone disagreeing with me at all. There's a little bit of people out there that disagree. That's fine, you guys, but we need to do it in a respectful tone, in an intelligent tone, okay? I've been going back and forth. There's so many trolls out there that it just drives me nuts. I laid down all of my qualifications in numerous videos, and then you get some of these people who I don't even know what their background is. And because we don't know what the background is, you could assume that it's nothing. Anyhow, let's talk about this video that has gone viral. I received this video in my YouTube Shorts feed and then YouTube feeds. And then one of my subscribers, I think he goes by the name of Mini Mill, he also sent me a link. So there's a gas station in Philadelphia, and the owner found the need to hire a private security company to protect his company against all of the criminal elements out there. This security company owner is a former law enforcement officer, and he decided to arm his private security officers with numerous rifle and shotgun platforms. I saw a semi-automatic shotgun on video. I saw a Tavor or Taver, and then I saw an AR-15 that is driven with a pistol-fed magazine. So it's basically your pistol caliber AR-15. Is this something that we should be doing out there in private security? And for my Californians, I think more than half of you watching these videos are Californians. I made a video on whether carrying a shotgun or rifle is legal. And I will post in the description box, I'll post a link to that video. I'm not gonna have another 20-minute discussion whether it's legal or not. Some people want an answer, is it or not? I can't even give you an answer, it depends. So I'll leave a link to the description of that video. I will leave a link in the description box for any video that I reference as well. In today's video, I will not be showing you any weapons as well, and that's just for the YouTube analyst that is going to probably flag this video because of the content. Okay, so back on track. These are my thoughts, guys. I think it's a wonderful idea in a high crime area where a gas station continuously gets hit with violent crime. I think it's an excellent idea to have trained private security officers with rifle or shotgun systems. Now, I'm going to emphasize that they should be highly trained. The security company owner says that they train on a weekly basis. I don't know how valid that is, but hopefully you are training on a weekly basis. And where are you training? I hope you're not just training armed techniques. I'm sorry, armed defense techniques. You should also be training on de-escalation as well, because there's a greater chance that you're gonna have to de-escalate a situation rather than have to use lethal force. This video reminds me of a video that Mike from DEF CON 3 Security made about a year or two ago. By the way, Mike, if you're watching this video, hopefully you're doing well. It's been a long time since he posted a video. I'm not sure he's still on YouTube or not, but those of you who've been subscribed to the security channels the last couple of years, you probably ran to DEF CON 3 channel or one of the videos. Maybe you're subscribed to his channel. Anyhow, now we just discussed Mike. It's time to pick on him a little bit. He made a video where he mentioned one of the reasons why he chose his Beretta is to intimidate people. Well, people will look at his Beretta and think otherwise because of the chrome color that he has and the fact that it's a special edition, a Beretta special edition. I'm going to disagree with Mike on that. I don't think that there are a lot of criminals out there, evil-minded people that are going to look at your Beretta that's a special edition and think otherwise. I think it just depends on the way that you hold your equipment together, how polished you look, your stance, your demeanor, your command of presence. That has a lot more bearing than having a special edition Beretta. And that's just my personal opinion. I think the armed criminal who really knows his weapons and really knows how to tell whether or not somebody is trained, they're going to look into several details. Number one, magazines. Okay, I'm not going to show you the... I'm sorry, guys. I'm being very selective on what I say on camera because Big Brother. This is a brand new 365 XL. The base plate doesn't have any markings on it. Okay, this is not a duty weapon. This is something that I'll have in a concealed manner. If the magazines are marked, okay, number 1, number 2, or maybe initialed, okay. If they're initialed or they have the author's name on it, okay, maybe that person is training. Second, if the magazines have a number on it, so maybe it has initials and then a number 1, number 2, number 3, okay, this person probably wants to know what magazine is malfunctioning when they're out on training, and maybe they want to take that magazine out of service. Another thing to look for is the top of the RDS window, the red dot system window. If this officer has one, is it all scraped up? Is it banged up? The slide. Is the slide banged up? Is it scraped up? Same thing with the grips and the frame of the weapon. When I'm starting to see some scraped up, banged up stuff, however, if the weapon is clean, if I see a glimmer of oil on that slide, that weapon is clean. Okay, it's clean, but it's banged up. I might be dealing with somebody that's been training a lot. Okay, now this is not a for sure tell sign, but that 1% of armed criminals, and you guys, there are members of gangs, just like members of the military, members of law enforcement who specialize in firearms, you guys. Now, they see that, they'll be a little bit more wary on taking you on, but it's really how you hold yourself out. So I think this is an excellent idea. The criminals, they routinely see security officers with handguns out there. Hey, you know what? He has a Glock 17. I got a Glock 19 right here hidden. And I'm a prohibited person, by the way. I'm prohibited from having a firearm. Okay? But I could take this guy on because all it takes is just an ambush. Now, they see you with a rifle platform, a shotgun platform. That means a little bit more business. And I'll give you a perfect example. When do you see normal patrol officers, regular patrol officers, whether they're a deputy sheriff or a police officer, when do you see them walking around with M4s or AR-15s or semi-automatic rifle systems? Just walking around regularly. Maybe Times Square, maybe one of the special units have that, but normally you don't see that. Maybe some special events at the entrances, you might see that, but normally you don't see them walking around posted somewhere like that. For a law enforcement officer to deploy a shotgun or rifle, it's usually incident driven. So you have a call for service with a man with a knife, man with a gun, barricaded suspect, hostage incident, maybe a domestic violence incident where somebody has access to a weapon or the words, "I'm going to hurt you," or something to that effect were mentioned to the victim. Okay, they might actually deploy. In those circumstances, if they have the capabilities, many times they'll deploy that rifle or that shotgun because it's incident driven. When officers out there, law enforcement officers have have their rifle systems and shotgun out, something is going down. The same thing, I believe, transfers to private security. I think this is a great idea as long as you're trained. And those are my key words in this video, as long as they are properly trained by the right people. If this security company owner, if he's an ex-cop or ex-police officer, retired police officer, that doesn't give him the credibility to train his officers just because he's retired. It depends on what he was doing in his career. Was he a range master? Was he a firearms instructor? Does he have some type of firearms training background to train these officers? Or does this company owner, does he bring an outside vendor to train these officers? Let me know what your thoughts are, guys. Is having these private security officers sent to this gas station with a rifle or a shotgun platform, is this a good idea? Would it make you feel safer if you pump gas? Because it would make me feel a lot safer as well, actually. And I would like that if they had that at some of the gas stations where I pump gas at. Actually, I would have a conversation with one of these security officers. I just find it very intriguing. I just want to know what type of rifle system and setup that they have. Not because I'm trying to degrade anybody, but just because I'm intrigued by it. Let me know what your thoughts are. Take care.